Hey there, picture this. You just got a new job, or maybe you've been working for a while, and you want to save money for the future with a 401k. That's awesome. But before you start throwing in all your paycheck money, there are some rules you gotta know. The IRS sets limits on how much you can save each year, kind of like a savings speed limit to keep things fair. Let me tell you how it works for 2025. So first, imagine you're earning a big salary. Maybe you're making $400,000 a year. But hold on. For 401k savings, the IRS says, whoa, we're only going to count up to $350,000 of that salary. That means even if you make more, your contributions are based on that $350,000 max. Think of it like the IRS putting a cap on what counts. For saving purposes, now here's the important part. How much can you actually put in your 401k from your paycheck? For 2025, the magic number is $23,500. That's the most you can contribute before taxes. So if you're under 50, that's your annual limit for how much your paycheck can send straight into your 401k. But wait, if you're 50 or older, the IRS gives you a little extra wiggle room called a catch-up contribution. This is for people who might want to save more as retirement gets closer. For 2025, that catch-up amount is an extra $7,500, meaning you can save up to $31,000 total from your paycheck. Pretty cool, right? And here's a newer bonus. If you're between 60 and 63, you get something called a super catch-up. That bumps your extra limit even higher, an extra $11,250. So folks in this group can stash up to $34,650 in their 401k from their paychecks in 2025. It's like the IRS saying, hey, it's never too late to boost your savings. But what about your employer? Often they'll chip in too, either matching some of what you put in or adding their own contributions. When you add all that together, what you put in plus what your employer puts in, the IRS says the total can't be more than $70,000 for the year, or $75,500 if you're 50 or older because of that catch-up. So that's your total savings ceiling. Combining all sources, why does all this matter? Well, these limits make sure the system is fair and that no one gets an unfair tax break. Plus, it helps you figure out a good savings plan that fits your situation. If you're young, the important thing is to start saving consistently, even if it's less than the max. If you're older, don't miss out on those catch-up opportunities. They can make a huge difference. So, quick recap. If you're under 50, you can contribute up to $23,500 in 2025. If you're 50 to 59, add another $7,500 catch-up, totaling $31,000. If you're 60 to 63, you can contribute up to $34,750 because of that super catch-up. And total combined contributions, including your employers, can't exceed $70,000 or $7,500 with catch-up. Before we wrap up, I want to share a really interesting option some 401k plans offer, something called an in-plan Roth conversion. Think of it like giving your savings a new twist. So here's the deal. Most of us start with before-tax 401k money, meaning the money goes into your 401k before taxes are taken out, and you pay taxes later when you withdraw it in retirement. But Roth 401k money is different. You pay taxes on it up front, and then your withdrawals in retirement are tax-free. Now some plans let you take money you've already saved in your regular, before-tax 401k and convert it into Roth money right inside the plan. This is what's called an in-plan Roth conversion. Imagine turning your regular 401k savings into Roth savings without taking the money out. Pretty neat, huh? But here's the catch. When you do this conversion, you have to pay taxes on the amount you convert right now because the IRS treats it like you're withdrawing that money, even though it stays in your account. So you'll get a tax bill, but the money stays in the plan and grows tax-free after that. Why might you want to do this? Well, paying the tax now could mean you avoid paying higher taxes till when you retire, especially if you think your tax rate will be higher in the future. Plus, once the converted money hits the Roth 401k side, your earnings can grow tax-free, and when you withdraw, you won't owe taxes on it, as long as you follow the rules. A couple of important details. The converted money keeps the same rules about when you can take it out. So if you had to wait until age 59-12 to withdraw before tax money, that waiting period still applies after the conversion. If you've never had a Roth 401k before, converting will start a new 5-year clock before your Roth withdrawals can be tax-free. But if you already had Roth contributions, the clock keeps running from the earlier date. Oh, and there's no limit on how much you can convert. You can roll over as much as you want. But remember, you'll owe taxes on whatever you convert right away, so it's smart to plan carefully. One last thing. Since the money never leaves your 401k, the plan won't withhold any taxes for you, so you'll need to be ready to pay that tax bill on your own when tax season comes around. So if you want a way to get some tax-free money in retirement and you're ready to pay some taxes now, the in-plan Roth conversion might be a powerful tool to consider. Just be sure to chat with your financial advisor or tax pro before jumping in. All right, that's all for today's deep dive into the 2025 401k limits and a cool Roth conversion trick. And just a friendly reminder, regulations around retirement. Plans can evolve, so for the most current details, always refer to the official guidance from the IRS or Department of Labor. Thanks for tuning in. You're getting stronger with each episode, and your financial future is already looking brighter.